Hello everyone. Uh, Welcome back to my AWS Cloud Practitioner series. My name is Akash Patel, and in today's video, we are going to look at something extremely important in AWS: how to monitor, track, and govern what happened in your cloud environment. So this is part of my learning journey at Concordia University, Chicago, under the guidance of Professor Dr. Victor Govindaswamy. So let's start by understanding why monitoring and logging are so important in AWS. So let's see the introduction. In this video, we are continuing from the previous topic like networking, storage, and database. Now we shift into the tools like that help us watch over our applications understand resources, uses, and detect issue earlier. So AWS monitoring tools help you know if something is going wrong or if you need to fix or optimize something in your environment. So logging tools show you what happened and who did it. So nothing is your AWS account is a mystery. So governance tools help you manage permissions, structure, and security where you have multiple AWS accounts or teams. So together these tools help developers, students, and companies maintain safe, reliable, and efficient cloud systems. So let's begin with the main monitoring tools in AWS. Amazon CloudWatch. So CloudWatch collects metrics, logs, and events from almost every AWS service. So these metrics can show things like CPU usage, memory usage, disk performance, and how your application are behaving. So you can also set CloudWatch alarms that notify you whenever something crosses a threshold. For example, if your server is using too much CPU or if your app is experienced error. CloudWatch logs let you store and analyze log data from services like EC2, Lambda, VPC, and many others. So overall, CloudWatch gives you the visibility you need to understand your system's health in real time. Let's move the next one. So next we have AWS Cloud Trails, which records every action inside your AWS account. So Cloud Trail keep track of who did what, when they did it, and from where. So this includes logging API calls, console actions, permission changes, and more. So this is extremely important for security because if something goes wrong or if someone makes a mistake, you can trace it back instantly. So CloudTrail logs are often required for auditing and compliance in businesses. So especially those that handle sensitive information, you can even connect CloudTrails with CloudWatch to receive real-time alerts for suspicious activities. So let's move to the next one. Another powerful AWS tool is Trusted Advisor. So Trusted Advisor analyzes your AWS environment and gives recommendation in five key areas: cost, security, performance, fault tolerance, and service limits. So it might tells you if the S3 bucket is public, if your root account has no MFA, or if you are paying for unused resources. It also helps improve reliability by checking for weak configuration or missing protections. Using Trusted Advisor regularly helps you follow AWS best practices and avoid simple mistakes. Then let's talk about the AWS organizations, so which help manage multiple AWS accounts. Many businesses separate workload into different accounts for security or billing reasons. AWS organizations lets you manage all of them from one place. So you can apply service control policies or SCPS. So which allow or block contain AWS action inside child accounts. This help companies enforce strict rules easily. So organization also supports consolidated billing so you can pay for all account using one invoice. So it's a great tool for large teams, companies, or anyone who want to clean structure and strong governance. So next is AWS config, which is a tool for tracking how your AWS resource change over time. So config records configuration updates. Like for example, if someone charges a change, so if someone changes a security groups or disable encryptions on a bucket, you can create a config rules to continuously check if your environment follows certain requirements like S3 bucket must be private or EC2 must used approved security groups. So if a rules is broken, config will show that something is not compliant and you can fix it immediately. So this is very useful for audit industries that must follow strict security or regulatory rules. So a lot of beginner confuse that three tools, so let's simplify them. So first one, CloudWatch is for performance monitoring. So it's track usage, metrics, and system health. CloudTrail is for user activity. It tells you who made change and when. And AWS config is for compliance and configurations. So it records how resource change and check if they follow rules. So think of it like this. CloudWatch is equal to how your system is performing. CloudTrails, what your users are doing, config, where their your setup follow rules. So together these tools give full visibility into your AWS account. So let's move to the next one. So AWS also give tool like AWS budgets and Cost Explorer to help you manage spending. So with budgets, you can set spending limit, and AWS will notify you if you are close to exceeding your monthly target. This is very useful for beginner who don't want surprise changes. Cost Explorer shows graphs and in historical spending, so you can see which service cost the most and where to optimize. These tools help you stay in control for your AWS bills and avoid wasting money on unused resources. So let's move to the next one. Monitoring and logging are used constantly in real world system. So monitoring helps detect performance issue earlier, such as spikes in CPU or memory uses. So if server is overloaded, CloudWatch alerts you before it crashes, so you can scale up. Logging and auditing help identify unauthorized access or risky configuration changes. If someone changes a security group accidentally, CloudTrails tells you exactly who made the changes. So monitoring is essential for applications that must stay online at all time, such as e-commerce and financial services. So if a configuration violation company policy, AWS config let you know immediately. So companies rely on AWS monitoring tools to maintain strong security compliance and availability. So these tools are essential for maintaining security, performance, and availability in production systems. So companies rely heavily on AWS monitoring tools to keep their application healthy and reliable. So here are the main points to remember from this video. So AWS CloudWatch, CloudTrails, and AWS Config are the three main tools every AWS beginner should understand. So trusted advisor gives helpful recommendation to improve security, cost efficiency, and performance. AWS organization help manage multiple account which with centralized governance and policies. Monitoring and logging work together to create a full picture of your system's behavior. security and configurations. These tools are essential for running AWS systems in a safe and professional way. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, AWS monitoring, logging, and governance. If this helped you, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you can follow along with the rest of my AWS cloud practitioner journey. So this presentation was created by me, Akash Patel from Concordia University, Chicago, and very special thank you to my professor, Dr. Victor Govindaswamy, whose guidance and support made this learning experience meaningful and enjoyable. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the final video of this PLA, where we will learn about AWS pricing, support plans, and cloud management tools. So that's it. See you in the next video.